Hey everyone, welcome to an exciting video. With me, I have Vidhi Saravat, who is Erasmus Mundus Scholar. She has just recently graduated this year from SERP plus Erasmus Mundus Masters Program. So Vidhi, hearty welcome to you.
Hello, good, thank you.
It's great to have you, Vidhi. Maybe you can just talk about what was your Bachelors Program and how did you end up with an Erasmus Mundus Scholarship?
My bachelor's was in chemistry honors at St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi. And I started that just after my high school. And in that, I was very interested in physical chemistry, more of applied, because I didn't like a straightforward path, in chemistry. So I looked and I found through professors and my seniors that there is a program on applied chemistry. So I applied for it and I just got it. Yeah. So that's how I got to know in the college, and then I applied and I worked for it and got it. So.
Great. So did you apply for any other Erasmus Mundus program related to chemistry, or was only this one was your application for?
I was going to apply for the cosmetic sciences one. I forgot it. Emotion. Yeah. But I missed the deadline because of some health problems. So the only one, I was looking forward to this one for sure, but then I started just focusing on this, that okay, this is the only one I would like to apply for. And that was practically the only Erasmus I applied for. I was just going for one shot or nothing.
Great, amazing. So one of the biggest confusion which we always keep getting from many people in chemistry, physics, and mathematics, etc., is that they would have had 3 years of bachelor's. Unlike in engineering, it's 4 years. So is 3 years of bachelor's considered enough to apply for this master's, or do you need any additional extra education?
No, 3 years is enough. Mine was also 3 years. It's the year doesn't matter as long as they check what you learn rather than how many years you studied. So since it's chemistry honors, so we studied everything in chemistry. And also the internships help in research internships. So everything just, it counts as that enough as a 4-year one. And surplus is pretty much international, and in many countries it's 3 year as well. So they just take, it's not a problem.
Great. So what were the key aspects and what are the skills you think was important for you to bag this scholarship?
Academics is also, of course, very, very important, like every other Erasmus. Then intracurricular and extracurricular both, because they don't see you just as that you study too much and that's it. They see you as a person, how much you can really thrive. You can do something outside academics, you can do inside academics as well. So they do look at how much what's your internship, are you really interested in research? So your research internships, number one. Then your GPA, of course, you need to have excellent grades. It doesn't have to be 10 on 10, but it has to be good. Third is your involvement in, let's say, if it's surplus is chemistry, so they see how much you're involved in chemistry related events. So in my college, I was in the president of chemistry society. So we were pretty much organizing everything, talks, conferences, events, presentations, and whatnot. That counted. And also extracurricular, that how much you are involved, how much you interact. So I was in photographic society, fine art society, and as much as I explained in the statement of purpose that this has helped me involve these soft skills in chemistry. So that counts. So you have to be a good person, really much involved student overall, not just focus on academics and just be cut off from people. So they really see you as an all-rounded student, not just as someone who cramps and passes.
Excellent. And as you said before, you just gave one shot at this particular program and go through. That's not many people who make it. So congratulations once again on that. So coming to that further question on that is, what was your process? What was the way you approached the scholarship? What was the starting point and how you actually ended it? Maybe this can give a lot of good insights to future applicants.
Well, I had this in mind that I would apply for it. especially this and probably other Erasmus. So in general, I was involved in everything in college. If the future applicant should really keep in mind that they should be involved, like they will be involved later in their lives. If you are, let's say, working as a scientist, you're not just going to just work and go home. You will probably participate in conferences. You would like to write articles, and also you have to talk to people. You should know how to talk to people. So these things, of course, you should make sure to develop in your college life. And of course, you should know how to explain that you have developed these things. So CV, putting that in CV, a good CV is very important. Surplus actually gives a very good, it tells that we only accept Europass CV. So, all the CVs are uniform. They are not different from any country. They just say, okay, whatever you have put in this Europass, and we will analyze you in the same way. So that is important. Also, doing research is important. And at least I had one research internship in my whole college life. So you should at least have one. Especially in COVID, I would say, I got to know recently that many Erasmus courses are asking for online courses. That, okay, you are at home, maybe you don't have internship, but what about online courses? They are free. Why don't you do it? Why didn't you do it? So that is important now. And actually, references are really important. Surplus asks for at least two, and you should know some professors or some researchers who can really give you good references, highlighting, they know you really well, and they can tell that you will be a really good scientist. So those things are very important in the application.
Great. And what was the key learning in this process of application? Did it help you to actually understand who you were as a person also?
Yes, for sure. The one thing, since it's surplus, surf is elect radiation, photochemistry plus other things. So it's not strictly just one field. Let's say in the first semester we had all the basic chemistry, and then we were introduced to biophysics. Something really new. We don't know. None of us know. We just biophysics. Then later photochemistry, green chemistry, green sciences, nanotechnology. My internship was studying proteins in optical physics. I was in optical physics laboratory, laser chemistry, not laser chemistry, but physics. Yeah. And one of the person I know, he studied astrochemistry, someone studied biology and whatnot. So surplus actually gives a really good platform to mix and match, make your own recipe of what you want to do in sciences. Not everybody goes in chemistry. I know a physicist, she is in CNRS, and she studied SURF, which is a chemistry course. So surplus really gives a good platform to mix and match your thesis, your semesters, and just choose the path you really want to, and then follow it later on in your life. And it also gives a confidence that if you're really, let's say, from chemistry, you will be, of course, be confident enough to go in that, but you also get the confidence that you know many things, and you can also go in any field you want later in life, or now or later at any point in life. So that is and also, yes, the summer school, it teaches us entrepreneurship skills, patent laws, how to start a company, for example. So to use science in every single way and be confident about it, that's the main, I would say, the aim of surplus, and that has helped pretty much all of us to be like that.
Sounds a very exciting program. Coming to, what are the key tips for the prospective students who are considering for surplus for the 2022-23 intakes? What is your key tips for them?
I would really suggest that be all-rounded, of course. Don't just cram and just pass, but also be involved in your college life in whatever way they can. Especially in pandemic, it's all online, but still try. Of course, do many online courses for now, internships as much as they can, and have a great statement of purpose. That is very important, because surplus actually does not take interviews. it reads your statement of purpose and other things, references and whatnot. So those things which are written are really, really important. So have a really good, solid statement of purpose. Why exactly this course? Why exactly this mobility? What's your future goal? What everything should be realistic, not really in the air. That okay, I just want to, I want to be an excellent scientist. I want to win a Nobel Prize. These things don't work. I mean, you have to tell that okay, maybe I want these combination will help me in cancer research, and I'm doing this because I have a personal experience. So these things, realistic, being realistic, all rounded, and really showing that you're confident, you really want this course. These things help. And I think it just everything works out in the end if you take care of these things. Yeah.
Great. So you graduated this year, and of course, half of that was in pandemic. But overall, how was your experience with this particular program? And also, maybe you can just throw a bit of light on, is scholarship good enough and you can have a good life for 2 years of your stay in Europe?
Okay. The experience in this Erasmus was excellent, I would say. It was really challenging, sometimes really stressful too. But in the end, when everything was done, then you know that you have learned a lot. And since this Erasmus, like others, I suppose, gives a joint masters. So you learn a lot in a short time. And that pressure is good. But after that, things become easier, because that is really stressful. So I learned a lot of new fields I didn't know about. And I also did some mix and match of thesis which I which I was just interested in, and I did that. And I also got to know a lot about other countries through my classmates, and also by living in France and Poland, for example. And overall, it did make me really confident, because after that I have not been really nervous in any interview or anything, because I know that I have endured through all. I can just do it as well. So yes, it was an experience, I would say.
That's great to hear. And now that you graduated, what are you currently doing in terms of your career?
I am actually an organic chemist at Selvita. It's a Polish biotechnology company. So it's basically, contract chemistry. We say we have many clients, big clients, and we make the compounds for them, which they want. So I've been working, it's been 3 months, I suppose. Yeah. And yeah, I'm still working there. Yeah.
Great. So thank you so much for this exciting and very positive opinion about Surplus Erasmus Mundus program. So for those of you listening in, I hope she has really inspired you guys and given you some great tips to make your applications, wonderful. And I hope everybody's geared up for this wonderful program. So thank you so much once again, Vidhi. I really appreciate your time here. Those of you who are not subscribed here, please do subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to reach out to Vidhi, feel free to do that. We'll share the LinkedIn profile of Vidhi so that you can reach out to her if you have any questions related to Surplus. And thank you once again. There'll be more videos on these similar lines on other programs. So stay tuned. Thank you, Wo.